Everybody on the greeting smash bases. They hitting home runs, but they ain't trying to touch bases. They fucking make babies, bust nuts and trade places. Me, I'm trying to make some money, real estate and trade places. Running money up and probably go on vacation where the models fanning me with palm leaves until the sun ease. Cool breeze fit me, cherry lime wines, great sour. Tired from the game after I rest my cases. Mark this statement, 2KG gonna be the greatest. I murder air beat, they bust a sweat just to sedate it. I hate the boast and brag, but dog on hot like the equator. I had this one girl who called me 7 cause I ate her. On CEO and president, on 2ktaye to be mayor. My alma mater is if it ain't money, then don't matter. I am my brother's keeper, I don't conversate with traitors. That was a big pun. I don't want to be a player, but when them haters get comfy, we whip it up lumpy and serve it to them fiends. They some 2KG junkies. Them boys say they want me dead or alive, but dead or alive is the way I'ma survive. Cause see, rap is my getaway. I rob a beat and get away. I'm trying to set it all like Queen Latifah on the getaway. Way like Stoney, almost had it, but y'all fed. I took the cash, chopped the top, called it a ball head. A lots of Ben Frankies, rats on rats, bought a whole nother fit, cause the hat don't match. These boys say they ballin', but on Shaq on that. She let me smash from the back. I make the back go back. I ain't got no time, got hella dimes, no mind game. I'm a dog, but on change. Just give me some time, I'm letting go of these time change. Good guy gone wrong, see, look how time changed. So many diamonds, time peak, ain't see the time change. They say, hey 2K, are you from some other time frame? Cause you buy money and they tell me money's time, man. I tell them simple, see this here is just a time thing. Like tick-tock on this clock, I gets off on y'all pussy. Y'all smell as bad as a fish dog. That's salmon patties to a tiger stripe. I make them awesome, right or right when I get comfortable.
All right. All right, so we here, 2ktaye.
Yes, sir.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Producer.
Yes, sir.
Artist, rapper.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I guess let's start with you know, kind of where everything kind of first started off in Georgia, right?
Yes, sir.
So take us to you know, where 2K, you know, started off.
Actually, as far as me being 2ktaye, that actually didn't surface until about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So I started as Tay Harris, which is just a spin of my first name and my last name. So that's what everybody back at home, that's what they know me by. I started writing music around maybe the 2nd grade. And as I progressed throughout elementary, middle school, I would just freestyle and write music. Production came around 2010 maybe. So I've been producing since then. I've been, like I said, writing since the 2nd grade. Once I got into high school, that's actually how I gained my popularity. I was known for nothing else other than rapping. Like literally, that's what everybody knew me by, just rapping.
So you see a lot of artists coming out of you know, Georgia, a lot coming out of Atlanta, and you know, now you see it's just so saturated.
Yes, it is extremely saturated.
What kind of got you into, you know, the music as far as rapping and producing?
Actually, man, it's a part of my DNA. So my grandfather was a gospel singer on my mother's side. Also on my mother's side, her mom was a gospel singer. And then both grandparents on my father's side, they were into ministry as well, so they sung a lot, you know what I mean? So it's actually something that runs in my family. As far as rapping, I would say that probably myself and I have a deceased cousin, man, we're probably the only ones who were like just rapping. Everybody else was just like into gospel music, to be real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the background kind of came from the church.
Definitely started at church.
Did you have any affiliation with the church as far as?
Believe it or not, man, my first song that I put on wax was I don't know if you remember the song "Wait" by the Yin Yang Twins. Like, wait till you see my correct. That joint, man. I did like a gospel rendition of that song, man, when I was about maybe like 11 to 12, and that was the first song that I actually like put you know what I'm saying, vocals to instrumental.
Okay.
So yeah, man, definitely my first recording came from church.
Got it. So is that, where can we find that at? Because I haven't seen that.
It's,
heard it.
Honestly, I think it's non-existent, especially like digitally. I think my mother probably still has it on like disc, but
okay.
Yeah, it's non-existent pretty much.
Okay. So starting off in in Georgia, did you start seeing a lot of success out there? You know, being that there's so much competition, you know, there's so many artists, so many producers. You know, like kind of what set you apart from you know, everybody else doing it?
To be honest, that's why I left there, because it is extremely saturated. So being that I'm from south of Atlanta, most of us, we would have to go north to Atlanta to try and make something happen, you know what I mean? And I found that it was kind of like knocking on a door to an empty room. Like, you're not gonna get an answer because it's just so saturated. So I felt that it would be more beneficial to just leave the area entirely, you know what I mean?
So why do you feel like it's so saturated there within, you know, within the culture? Like, why is everybody looking to be a rapper or a producer?
Honestly, I think it's easy money. I mean, to me, rap, especially in that area, being that trap is one of the like main like genres, because it's a subgenre of hip hop. I think that a lot of guys have found ways to turn the music into the dope game. I think that's what, in my opinion,
So
that's what happened.
It's the new drug game.
It's the new drug game, man, and it's all it takes is one hit, and you got money of some sort. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Or it means to make money, because
it means to make money.
Go to the club, promote the song.
Right, and being that Atlanta's sort of like fast paced, I mean, you got everything you need right there. You have like some of the best producers, engineers, studios, and then as far as marketing goes, you have the conventional ways where you have people who do like social media marketing, and then like the strip club is a huge thing out there. So that's actually direct marketing too, man. Some of the guys, they take the music to the clubs. You got strippers doing their thing to your music. You on, you know what I'm saying? It just, you have to have the right kind of music to even surface there, you know what I mean? And for myself, I don't think I fit that description, so that's why I left, you know what I mean? I think it would have been a dead end street, to be honest. So that's why I left there. But definitely, I think that their music is the new dope game. Okay. That's my opinion on that.
So I guess you took yourself out of that equation, and now you're in Texas. Mm-hmm. You know, so how has that transition been for you?
Honestly,
and then really transition into a place where you know, the population isn't kind of catered to the music that you're producing.
That's true. Very true.
So how's that been for you? And why'd you choose, I guess, this location?
Well, I came here in particular just because I had a family member here. My father's military, and so I felt that by moving to somewhere like here, although the music scene is not heavily like based like, you know, hip hop or whatever, I see that as a challenge, because on a day-to-day basis I hear people listening to hip hop. It's just as far as like marketing and then it being in the clubs, et cetera, that's the challenge, you know what I mean? So I see it as me basically being an oddball in this situation. I could make more noise. You get what I'm saying? It's still the same formula as anywhere else though.
So it's,
you know what I mean?
Open market for you.
Yeah, it's an open market. My job is to make a song or songs that will get people's attention, but once I do that, I'm in an area where really no one's doing it, so it's like I just struck gold. You know what I mean? But yeah, going back to your original question, it's just coming here, man, it was just like, it was honestly a spur of the moment thing, to be real, but it turned out to be one of the best decisions I've made though. Because over the past year, man, people have begun to become more receptive of the music that I'm doing. You know what I mean? So there's benefits, a lot of benefits.
Okay. So kind of taking it back to Georgia again. So with having so much, you know, competition, mm-hmm. you know, talk about some of the rivalries that you have out there, and why a lot of artists, you know, get into a lot of confrontation with trying to put out music and, you know, the politics behind it. You know, because now, you know, you're talking about it being the new drug game, so you're gonna have territories,
True.
You're gonna have people, you know, like, yo, don't come to this club and, you know, bring your music over here. We controlling this club and things like that. So you're gonna have that, you know, when you're battling for turf and really for clout.
True.
So did you experience some of that?
Earlier in my career, I did, and I'll explain that. As of now, it's non-existent. Beef to me beef to me is not a game that real men play, in my opinion.
Based off of what you're seeing in your environment, you come up with the song.
Yeah, that heavily influences what I write.
Okay.
Like what I see, what I observe. I'm not one to just I don't wanna spend my life living it like inauthentically, you feel me? So I'd rather just tell people and show people what I see. You feel me? And just but still be front street with it, like, yo, this is what I see. So if I see like some straight up freaky shit, that's what I'm gonna rap about. If I see, like, for instance, going back to like the drive-by situations, if I put that on wax, I'm not gonna present it to somebody like I'm the one that's doing it, like, hey, yo, like, this is the perspective that I saw this from, so that's how I'm gonna write a song. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. So what type of lyrics in the song, you know, that are very vulgar?
I wouldn't say that is any different than like some shit you hear on the radio right now. Like the song called "The Loyal Ass Pussy Song," but like I said, the title itself is just reverse psychology. But it's really.
So with that song, are you looking for that song
like
to be pushed in the clubs and
Oh,
potentially
definitely
be on the radio?
When you hear the beat, it's just, it come on like this: switch sides, eat it up, beat it up, then switch sides. Like from that out the real, you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you spray on your body, girl. I like that. It's so hot, a nigga should have brought an ice pack. 1 a.m. I give you top, that's a nightcap, and I'ma warn you now, don't bite me, cause I bite back. You feel me? Like, what I'm doing is I'm painting a picture of me meeting a chick, and then next thing you know, we got down. You feel me? Like, that be real, that's it.
Yeah.
So, but it's a fun song. It has like a really, really like upbeat, like beat. It's some twerk shit.
So given the title of the song, do you think that would be something that a radio may not want to, you know, push on the radio?
Well, I mean, the way I have it phrased is the LAP song. So
Okay.
when you look it up, it's the LAP song.
Gotcha.
So, and that's a spin on lap dance. You feel me? But yeah, but that's what it stands for though. The Loyal Ass Pussy Song. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll be front street with you, man, because this is my first interview. Most of these tattoos came from, I'm a pain freak, to be real. And that shit started as a kid, man. I kind of went through like some abusive situations, if you will. And
so are you into like the dominatrix stuff?
No.
Females and. Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, it's just.
Ever try anything like that?
That I'm not gonna talk about. That's probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not opposed to it?
I can't say that. I can't say that I'm opposed to it or not, because I've never just really just been on some shit like that, to be real. With me, for the ladies that's watching, because I am single, so fuck it. If the shit varies, it varies. I don't like to be bored. You feel me? So
Okay.
it varies. But
Right person, right setting.
Shit, I would try to I think, yeah, like you said, the experience varies. The experience that I have with somebody, it varies on that person. You know what I'm saying? Every woman ain't the same.
Gotcha.
Every woman's not the same. So, but yeah, like with the tattoos, man, they usually, when I go through some sort of significant moment in my life, I get a tattoo. Or if I think back on my life and reflect, and I finally heal from something, then I go get a tattoo. Like my very first one, when I turned 16, I lost my first son. So that was my first tattoo. And my mother is really important to me too, and she like my best friend, so I got her name and her face tattooed on me for one of my birthdays. And then like this eagle right here on my neck, when I got this one, I basically got it to remind myself never let myself fly below where I should really be flying, like always fly high. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am in spirit. My spirit animal is the eagle, so I approach everything with that, like that. I always keep a keen eye, be able to see further than the average man. You feel me? When I fly, make sure people can see my wings. You know what I'm saying? I can't be somebody's prey in this world. You know what I'm saying? I might not be the strongest animal, you feel me? But how high I fly, how keen I am up here, that could be my advantage. So that's why I end up getting this tattoo. But yeah, man, I got tattoos like literally everywhere though, bro. But that's where it come from, man. It's a combination of just like life situations and just being real. Like I like pain, so I get them. I get them shits, man. It's addictive once you start getting them. That shit is addictive. Yeah. Tattoos are really addictive.
How much would you say you got price-wise on you?
Oh, man. I have no idea. I like half of them I traded for. I barter a lot with a lot of my like my tattoo man, and actually only 2 people have done art on me. One of them, he's a rapper, and the other one, he's probably like he's an OG tattoo vet, man.
Okay, so you did work for him, producing and video work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
but I mean, as far as that, I know I was charging like $250 per video when I was back at home. So I would do a video for like tattoos like this big or this big, and in comparison, a couple G worth of tattoos though, definitely.
So 3-4 inches.
I mean a couple grand like worth of tattoos,
gotcha.
Definitely, yeah. So, cause I got like my whole entire like all of this is covered. I just started getting tattoos on my leg. I just got one on my back. So, I'm definitely a couple grand in, definitely. Okay. Almost 5 digits if not. Yeah.
What are you doing now? You know, as an artist, as a producer, to really kind of bring that sound here to El Paso? And I know you talked about a lot of you know, business ventures here that you're kind of dabbling in. Can you speak on those?
Okay, so first I would say that as far as the sound, I'm maturing as a person, so my sound is sort of changing. But being that I'm from where I'm from, you can still hear it in the music. But also, man, I've made it a point to kind of soak in the culture here too, so that I could maneuver through that and then have the people be more receptive to my sound. So I'm kind of incorporating what I experience here with what's already ingrained in me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so far, I think people like it. Of course, the fellas out here, man, they love like the hard trap music. But then where I ran into sort of a roadblock was I didn't know that the ladies here, they were more actually into country music. That's something that I've noticed. I think I hear more of the ladies like playing like more country music than rap. So that's something that I had to.
Now,
like,
what are you talking about? The Hispanic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Hispanic demographic.
Yeah, let's be real. Because the black demographic is scarce out here. So I mean, the majority rules. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that's that. Actually, last Sunday I just did. I opened up for the baby. He just came out here, so I opened up for him. So I've been taking on trying to find like bigger showcases to perform at.
So how was that experience opening up for the baby? Because he's coming from Carolinas.
To me, it was very energetic, very
high
energetic, high energy. Usually I don't say things that I don't think I should put on camera, but fuck it. The hospitality of that establishment, I did not like that though. Because I don't think they get a lot of artists of that caliber here a lot, so I don't think they know how to treat the people who's paying for the tickets or the people who open, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I think that's something El Paso, just the area itself, they need to work on.
So the venue didn't have the hospitality for the artists?
Not at all, man. In my personal opinion, like that's something I'm not afraid to put on wax. Like I was not fucking with that at all.
So what was lacking?
A lot of things, just hospitality in the period, like a lot of things. Like I feel that artists and DJs are the most important component of a showcase. That's your entertainment, right? So I feel that you would want to treat them the best. You know what I'm saying? Them and I'm the type of person I'm gonna treat the custodians the same as I treat the artists. Like they're worth something. You know what I mean? They should get equal treatment as the guy that's getting paid the $20,000 or $30,000 if they opening up for this man. You know what I'm saying? We are all just as valuable as he's. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I feel that
So
this area is lacking that in regards to how they treat local artists, etc. Man, like no.
So
love.
as far as the openers, the hospitality wasn't there.
It was terrible, man.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Or I guess the value wasn't there. They didn't really value you guys as artists, but the focus was more just the baby.
And you know what? I don't think it was him. I don't think it was him. I think it was the Puppet Masters. I don't think it was him though. He to me, he struck me as a. I mean, he is his persona, but he struck me still as a humble guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays the part to entertain. That's what he does. But I felt like in there, he's a humble person, in my opinion. Yeah. But the venue itself, no bueno.
Okay. So now you're bringing the music here, you're producing, and you're also bringing other artists, kind of helping them build a platform and promote them as well, because you also do promotions.
Yes,
so, kind of speak about, how you're looking to, bring your sound here and as well as promote other artists.
So that's a tricky thing. Like you was speaking on a little bit earlier, territory and things like that, they come into play. When you have so many egos, there's always the possibility that somebody's not gonna like something. You know what I mean? And that's the tricky part. Like I have to state it clearly that I have my own agenda, and part of my agenda is to help others, but I have to let them know too, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, if I promote you and you help me, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. We can't let ego get ahead of us, you know what I'm saying? Because majority of the time I'm dealing with the artists I deal with, they men just like me. And so our basic animal nature is to, if we don't like things, we ready to, you know what I mean? And that happens a lot here. Everyone wants to be number one first, and it doesn't work like that. But what I've learned is doing that, I've been able to propel myself further than just trying to do it alone though. So that's probably the biggest thing. And I think a lot of other artists that have joined that endeavor with me, they've figured out the same thing. Like we can get further as a unit opposed to like everyone trying to just be for themselves, you know what I'm saying? Especially here, because the market's so open, it's like almost non-existent, to be honest. So that's something that we have to do. We started the Turn Up Tuesdays showcase. That was the main point of that, to bring all of the artists into one space and then get people to see them, you know what I mean? And so far, I would call that a success.
So you were able to successfully bring multiple artists together, different genres of music.
Different genres. I think
present a showcase.
At the height of it, we had in one night about 20 acts, right? But you had hip hop, you had R&B, you had I guess you could call it alternative, and sometimes we even had like rock bands. You know what I'm saying? And under one roof. And like I said, that particular night at that height, man, we probably had like 20 different artists in there. So you're getting those different like sets of ears listening to all of this music. And I would call it a success though. Okay. Definitely.
So what are some of the struggles as to keeping it going?
Venues, definitely venues. That's probably the number one thing. Most of the time when people hear rap music, they're thinking, hey, no guns in the lot, no drugs, no gang colors. This is probably what I've heard the most from like the owners. Like, hey, if you're gonna bring this type of music here, are you gonna like properly screen the crowd before I let them in my establishment? You know what I mean?
So wouldn't that be the job of the establishment to screen those people before coming in?
True. But I think as the night progresses, being real, most people, they kind of like loosen up a little bit. Cause some of the guys, man, like I said, this is the way they do business. Some of them be drinking and different things like that, and then they get a little careless. So I've always had to, as an event coordinator, I've always had to make sure there's a lack of those things for me, so that I can watch the door, watch who's coming in, watch who's going this place or this place. You know what I mean? So that because if anything goes bad, it's on me and my team. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay.
I've done business with some of the most gorgeous women you ever meet, and when you talk to them, they super intelligent, et cetera, but then on the outside, they like super gangster. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real cutthroat. So you can't, the risk is always gonna be there, man. Or I like to just deal with people, but in the back of my mind is like, really anything, you gotta be prepared for everything. Everything gotta be prepared, you know what I mean? So.
So, being affiliated with the the OGs, the bigger homies, were you ever asked to, we gotta do something? Were you ever asked to be a part of it, or?
They always gave me a choice, always. That's the one thing I appreciate about them. They always gave me a choice. Now, there were times where I would probably present certain options to them, like, hey man, I'm kind of going through something. My money looking a little funny, like work ain't really getting it. How you feel about this, or if I do this, how should I execute? If anything, I'm gonna ask them like, hey, do my plan sound like it's something that's gonna go through or not? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of relationships I had with them. They never just say, hey man, go do this, go do this, go do this. I feel like most of the big homies that I had, and those are real big homies, they actually set me up and put me in a position to where I'm still alive right now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys from where I'm from that's trying to do the same thing, man, if you look at this is no diss, if anything, I feel for them, but they rap sheets be crazy. I always was taught the object of the game is to not get caught. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody do me something and I gotta go do them something, nobody about to know. You feel me? It's just gonna be me, cause that's the way my big homies taught me. I don't think.
So you think, like, as far as maneuvering, people aren't moving wisely.
They not, messy. Man. They moving really, really messy. Yeah. Like, I mean, the object of this thing, man, for every human being is to survive, man. You know what I'm saying? And this music thing and business itself, man, it's not easy. It is not easy. And so if you're putting yourself in predicaments where you're constantly getting arrested, if you're constantly getting shot at, being taken away from your kids, being taken away from your family, you are prolonging the process if you think about it.
Now, so I agree because you can't do much when you're locked up.
And to be real,
if all your funds are going to
and it's hard to come out clean, don't get me wrong. It's hard to come out perfectly clean.
But don't you, on the flip side though, building that rap sheet and, having all these experiences, do you feel like that's what's also helping sell records and, move the music?
True.
Because people see now, okay, this person's kind of living what they're talking about, or, they always have something going on, whether it's positive or negative, but it's that's what people want to focus on is.
That's true.
Is the drama, the money, the flashiness, and that's what kind of people go after.
I agree with that, but that's a consumer that you're talking about though. These are people this is what they want to eat. You feel me? Like, if you look at the people in the industry, they got the big money, right? You don't see them with chains on. You don't hear them openly admit, hey, I killed somebody. I don't know if you follow the little homie 2ktaye, right? 2ktaye's little homie from Dallas. He got huge songs. Man, they just gave this man maybe 20 plus years or something like that, man. Homie, I don't even think he probably barely just hit 18. You feel me? So he was, I guess, living what he was rapping about, right? And then this thing on the flip side, they taking this man's music and then using it as evidence. But like I said,
self-incriminating.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of that going on. But at the same time, to each his own, I think there's kind of no way to make music and then make it in this particular industry without kind of embellishing it a little bit. Like, you kind of gotta But in my opinion, I don't think half these artists are really about it like that as they say. That's just my opinion. But again, from the view of the consumer, they don't care. You know what I mean? They don't care about that. If it's shoot 'em up, bang bang, they with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's artists who really do live what they talk about, but then you see these guys are like think about it, somebody like maybe like a Boosie or something. You doing like 8 to 10 years in jail. You know what I'm saying? You got Gucci Manes and people like that, 3 to 5 years in jail. So you see real evidence from these guys like that they are living what they talking about. And then they almost have like cult-like followings of people that actually personally know them that'll tell you like, hey, yo, he really bought it, you feel me? But a lot of the newer artists, man, I would have to disagree. I would have to disagree, man.
So it's more just, doing it for show.
I think so.
Okay.
It's entertainment, and then I don't know enough about the next man I really don't care enough to even go to this person's hometown and ask this person's people like, hey, is he like, if this is how you wanna present himself to the world, so be it, you know what I mean? Like, personally, I'd rather carry myself, I know the things that I've been through. Like, to be honest, I'm lucky enough to still be here, to be real, so that's why I'm saying this. I'd rather somebody see me like this, and then if it ever gets to that point, surprise, you know what I'm saying? That's how I like to move. But everybody else, I can't speak for them, man, but I honestly think there's a lot of like fake going on. Like,
yeah. But and social media, the internet is full of it.
But like you said, it sells, man. You can't deny it. Like, I can't deny it. Like, I think I would be totally unrealistic if I was to sit here and just say, hey, man, I think you're wrong, blah, 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 blah. No, you actually 100% right. Like, that's what it sells, man. But I think it's because people need some sort of like larger than life type of imagery to look at. That's just a human thing, you know what I mean? So I respect it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily agree with it, but I definitely respect it. I think I'd be a hater if I didn't respect it. Yeah.
Okay. So, as far as branding yourself here in Texas, you spoke about opening up for the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So what other things are you doing here to really, brand yourself and establish yourself here? Because it's going to be tough given the demographics, and you don't have the gang affiliations like you do out in Georgia here. And as far as them actually just listening to the music and that type of music being here.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you trying to establish yourself?
Well, one thing I will say is there is the affiliations out here. You kind of got. I think this is the area that I live in is really present.
But as far as gang,
yeah, like it's here, like
the Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, GDs.
Now, not that deep though. Again, like we're in a different area, so I think they have their own interpretation of it, if you will. Cause think about it, man.
Not the mainstream that everybody knows of.
Yeah, cause think about it. Like we right here on the border, so that's like cartel. You feel me? So like that's it present, bro. Like it's just, yeah. I guess you gotta like train your eye for it, but it's here. But anyway, as far as branding though, man, I just have been trying to like network with other promoters, get on different shows, different sides of town. Kind of gotta just like spread myself out, man. Like. Because as far as my camp, I'm the only one. My whole team is back in Georgia, so that's probably like, the biggest feat. Just like trying to do so much in one body, you know what I mean? I've noticed that the more female supporters I get, the quicker my name grows. So I'm pretty sure that's probably gonna have to be my lane for this particular area.
Yeah. So are you looking to kind of transition from the trap music to something more for the ladies?
I would say so, but only for this market. I don't feel like I would have to do that overall. I think since I'm based here right now, that would honestly be the better move, because I rap over a lot of trap beats. That's just like that's my preference. It don't even matter. Like if I'm making a R&B song, I'm gonna do it over a trap beat. That's just like what I like. But if I want to incorporate making good business decisions, that's definitely gonna have to happen in this particular area. Just because, like I said, man, most of the women here, they like country music or like slower music. You know what I mean? I rarely hear them on the trap. How I got into hustling, if you will, I didn't hustle drugs, but I've sold a lot of things.
Like as far as merchandise?
Merchandise. I would see me. I was one of the ones, I caught on to the digital age when it first, like, think about it, I'm a 90s baby, so when cell phones and all that different shit got hot, like, that's what I was on. So, I don't know if you've seen that movie, I Got the Hook Up, the first one, my Master P. That was me. Like, everybody was hitting me up for cell phones, PlayStations, Xboxes, tablets, et cetera, man. I mean, I was making, like,
so you was a
grands.
booster.
Basic, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, I was making grands. Like, I bought my first 2 or 3 cars, like cash, nice cars. Like, one of them, with candy paint jobs, like, off of merchandise, like cell phones, games, et cetera, man. And how that started, one, I was having my son, and again, like, my mom, she had me and like 7 other siblings in the house, because like I had like god brothers and sisters too, they lived with us. And I wanted to help her, you feel me? So I just started like flipping. It took me a while before I started like having cash in my pocket, but I was just flipping. And so I got to the point where I was able to help my mom like pay a bill or two here, you know what I'm saying? And
put some food in the house.
Yeah, and that all started from her I just felt like she needed help, you know what I'm saying? So, and she didn't vocalize it a lot, to be real, because like I said, man, my mom's a exceptional woman, man. Like, I remember days, bro, she would be up, my mom would be up 3-4 days straight trying to make sure we had food, we had clothes, transportation. So I put it like this, I would say as her son, I felt like she struggled, but she got it done though. That would be the difference. I won't say that she didn't like we just, like I said, we was just like poor. She struggled, but she got the job done though. That's the difference. Well, I'm telling you, man, I remember days like my mom's would be up like 3-4 days straight.
Contemplating what she can do.
Yeah, and she'd be doing hair like all day, all night. Last time I went that's home, why I picked up some of my hoes. Within 24 hours, it was a block party, right? My sister and them came in the house, it's like, hey, I know it's like I think I want to say like 300-400 people outside, like 15 people got shot. I ain't been home but 1 day. Think about it. That's the type of shit I'm coming from. But honestly, if you hear me speak on that in a song, it's gonna be from a different angle. I'm not about to I can't glorify that, because one of my little cousins was in the vicinity, and that, to me, that's me being insensitive to her trauma. You feel me? And she looking at me like big cousin, like I'm in the head, I'm thrilled because I shouldn't have saw that. But like, this the type of shit like people seeing like where I'm from.
Yeah. See, so when I hear stories like that, I'm like, well, why? Why would somebody just go and, hey, I'm gonna shoot up the block party? Was it a gang thing?
I mean, like you said, it's beef,
wow,
gangs. Some niggas don't know how to keep their dick in their pants, bro. You know what I'm saying? Women.
So it could be over a female.
Money. You do me something, I'm about to do you something. You hit my house, you rob me, okay, I'm gonna rob you. Like, this is how, that is the reality.
It's the mentality.
That is man, that's the reality of my hometown. But I'm not trying to be like, I got it, that's my hometown right here, but I got this peace sign right here, man. That shit means something to me, because my kids got it, my kids are growing up there right now. You feel me? So I'm not about to clap for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So are they still there now?
No, they on the outskirts, so yeah, they on the outskirts. But I mean, just the general area, but when I was still living there, we were living right in the heart of that shit. So like, my babies, the first couple of years of their life, bro, they went to bed going like with gunshots, just like I did for a lot of years. And it's like, I think any man that really care for his children. Cause in my case, I feel like they are the greatest creation I've ever made. You don't want them to be hearing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then say for instance, like I'm all the way out here, and if they did stay right in the middle of that shit still, like, just imagine the type of relationship I would have. Even those type of things would influence the type of relationship I had with their mother, even though we're not together. You see what I'm saying? Because then I would be hounding her like, hey, look, some kind of way, like, we need you to like get away from that. She might not want to do that though. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that mentality and mind state of that type of life, it does a lot to even the family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Out of all those people, you know what I'm saying, somebody that shot somebody, there's been cases where it's been family killing each other. You know what I'm saying? That's been in the news a few times, like a son killed a father killed a child. Like, man, you see all type of shit like that out there, bro. You really do.
Yeah, I believe you. So, I mean, coming here to El Paso, do you feel like people don't understand you because you come from that kind of environment?
Yes. I don't think they do, man. The demeanor, or
they may not. Let's say you talk, and they may be like, okay, he has a certain dialect, or he comes with a certain approach, and it's a little bit more street.
A lot of people instantly know, like, a lot of people off the top, they be like, bro, you from the South somewhere, ain't you? Yeah. And a lot of people, like, they think I'm from Atlanta, but I'm from Macon, so it's south of Atlanta. But it's just like, my approach though, it is in a certain respect strong, if you will, to people out here. They think I would say people think I come on strong, but it's not like that. It's just like, cause I mean well with everything I do, but it's just like when they hear me talk, they be like, oh shit, you feel me? But I'm like, no, like I just mean what I say, and I'm only gonna say what I mean. And most of the time, I'm trying to propose something that's gonna be beneficial to both parties. You feel me? But fortunately, I haven't had anybody to get on my bad side out here, though. You know what I'm saying? And I hope it stay like that. I do. I actually hope it stay like that. I'm just being real, man. I hope it stay like that. Because like I said, I have no intentions of doing anything that's gonna put me in a bad predicament. I really want to help something grow. It's so much destruction out here, bro. Like, it's hard to avoid that shit. It really is. It's really hard to avoid that. And I think I've done a pretty fucking good job to come this far and avoid it as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I said, man, there's certain things I've done that pertains to like the lifestyle on that end. But fortunately for me, I've been blessed to not have been
caught up in what you're doing.
Yeah. For lack of better words, so I'd rather be quiet about it, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my mom though, man, because she done saved me from a lot of shit. Man, this is crazy, bro, so.